here today to film another behind the scenes video. So it's about 9:30 on, nope, it's 8:30 on February 2nd. I got into the office a little bit ago, did a couple of things, updated my Obenichi. I'm getting into more of a rhythm. I was actually talking to a friend slash customer this morning that my hardest part right now is finding the right pen. The grid is like so small compared to what I am used to, so I'll figure it out. But my spreads are a hot mess because every time I make another entry in it, I try a different pen. You know, it's fine. So yeah, I'm liking it. I am not really sure what the future of my planners is going to look like, but anyway, maybe I'll leave that for my plan with me discussion. So today I am going to be filming the long-awaited FAQ video and a behind-the-scenes video. The office is empty for the first time on a Thursday in weeks. So you guys know I don't really involve the other girls in the video per their choice. So it's hard for me to find time when the office is empty. Baz is trying to knock stuff over. In order to film these. So I helped with orders the last 2 days so that I could ensure having an empty office so that I could finally get some of these videos done for you. It's been since December 8th since I've done a behind the scenes video, so I'm long overdue. My goal and plan was to do one a month, and January was just chaos. So yeah, but here we are in February. I'm gonna do one today, and that will put me off the hook until hopefully March, unless I have another free day to do one. So I don't know if you can hear, there are 2 F marks running. We actually just got our second one delivered last week and installed this past weekend. I'm so excited about it. It is putting me much more in the production side of things. Running 2 machines cuts twice as much, obviously, but also takes twice as much time to load files and strip and cut and log and all of that. So I'm gonna work through that, but I have so much I want to do on these F marks, and I was just the bottleneck and could not get them done. So I'm kind of grateful. I was actually talking to Sarah Marie Stickers. She got the her second F mark right at the same time as we did, and I told her I'm kind of grateful I don't have room for another one. Because I would probably get one. These machines are amazing. Not without their faults, of course, but compared to Silhouette Cameos, which is the machines we started using, they are gold. So since it's been a month since I have done a behind the scenes, I also haven't really had a chance to update on the shop renovation project, which admittedly got stalled with the holidays and Xander being in the office. My F mark is messing up. So yeah, it's just kind of due for a little bit of an update. I'll show you guys what that is looking like, and it's like, I don't even know what it's doing. And then we're going to do some fun design stuff as well. So anyway, that's all for the intro. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go fix that machine. Okay, so it's been a hot minute since I've kind of shown you guys what the upstairs looks like. So I'm standing in the entryway where there's the downstairs entryway. All those boxes are the rest of the shelves we have to assemble hopefully this weekend. So this is when you walk up to the top of the steps. So this is kind of like the crap shelf right now. It's not going to stay here, but we've got just tons of sticker stock that we have to find somewhere else for. We also have, you guys, this is embarrassing. I'm just gonna call myself out on it because maybe that will motivate me. Those cases are last year's discontinued items. Yep, I was gonna make those into grab bags. Kim was gonna put them in grab bags. Things got hectic and we did not. This is kind of another shelf. We have freebies here that go in the website orders, and this is also where I queue up what Ashley is going to take home for cutting. So this is the main room and how it is looking now. It is getting there. I think I mentioned this, we kind of got stalled on the renovation project with the holidays and Xander being in the hospital and those kinds of things, and our little vacation trip. So we were here last weekend setting up the F mark, which took precedent over the renovation project. So this is Sam's desk. When Kim comes in, she sits here as well. So we've got the 6 silhouettes set up here. There's also 6 at Ashley's house, and then the F marks. This is the staging area, so orders have been crazy busy this week, but here's a little sneak peek at some kits that are coming, along with what I need to film for new releases. That one up there is the mystery kit, so I'm going to skip over that. And these are cases that the basket on the left is stuff that myself, Sam, or Kim have cut that needs put away, and that the little cases on the right side are stuff that Ashley has brought back from home. It's not a behind the scenes video without a little snip of Spaz. She is totally unimpressed. So that's Luann's sweatshirt that she can wear when she gets chilly here at the building, and it usually sits on the back of her chair. But I just filmed the FAQ video. It is done. I feel like such a huge load has been lifted from my shoulders. But anyway, I can't take the sweatshirt and put it back because Spaz. But so this is Luann's desk. So she used to have a workbench over here, and her desk was behind me. I'll show you that in a second. And we decided to put her cutters over at Sam's desk so that she can focus on orders. If she needs something cut, she can either run over there. If Sam or Kim are here, they can cut them, or I can run out and cut them as well. So over here is a shelf. That little white one behind there, that is going to eventually be in our storage closet that I will show you. But for right now, it's holding oversupplies or overstock of shipping supplies and things that we may need. So she's got her shipping cart. All she does is roll this over to her desk, and then she's got her label printer for shipping out orders. So that works out really nicely because we can kind of just tuck it away. Again, it'll probably go in the closet once we have the rest of the shelves set up. So this is the last row of shelves. Let me move Sam's cart out of the way. So there will be another row right here, just kind of like how these are. So there's 2 rows back to back here. So we've got to build those, set those up, and then the pooling area will be totally ready and done. So it cannot come soon enough because we need all the extra space. So this is just kind of what the rows are looking like. That is all of our scripts. The scripts actually start in that far back one here. Everything is numerical and alphabetical. So this shelf right here is our labels section. Icons are here. Albums we pull when we are matching up orders, so those are nice and easily accessible on that end cap there. And then we have our event labels shelf, so all of our scripts with icons. This is our deco shelf. That one is our other deco shelf. So we have deco that starts with C as in cat, and then D as in dog. The D ones go with kits, and these are just our other deco items. And then those 2 shelves there at the end are for basics. So behind me, these shelves are empty, but it is what we'll be filling up with kits this year. So that way we can keep everything together kit-wise and just expect the growth. So these will be full in the coming months. These are some of 2023's kits, and this is all kits. So it starts with 101 at the very back end, which will be coming down off the site at the end of February, early March. So it starts at 101. Everything is numerical, and they just go down the lines like that. So this is where Luann's desk used to be. This is still here. We are very strongly considering hiring somebody else in. It is more an issue of them fitting in with us and being the right person than it is filling the spot. So we will probably need somebody else for order filling before too long, but that is where they will sit. We'll end up getting another IKEA desk to match those, but in the meantime, this one is still here just kind of as a placeholder. So we used to just have 2 of these benches. We did expand to 4. Sam is training on matching up orders, so starting next week they will each have their own set of benches to pack up their own batches of orders. So super exciting. So yeah, that is kind of the progress there. We are going to go back and do some more design work. I'm super excited to show you guys some new stuff. And then we'll probably wrap this up after that because I have already done over an hour of filming for the FAQ video and need to get the things done today. So that is all for now, and let's get back to designing. Somebody on YouTube had requested to know how we pick out swatches for our kits. So to me, there's a difference between community and sharing secrets. So giving away too much info for free could be not detrimental, but not good for my business. But there are a lot of things that I am willing to share. And this is just kind of an organizational tool that helps us. And also a slight little bit of an Illustrator trick if you are new to using illustrators. So we keep all of our swatches that we use for our kits in these documents. So each year we have a new swatch families file, and so you can see like the first 2023 kit was kit 197, and these are the swatches from that, and so on. I did block the mystery kit 11 swatch palette because I'm not really sure what behind the scenes video I'm filming next and when this little clip of a video will go in, so I did hide that. But basically it just gives us plenty of room to grow, and we'll just like duplicate this page onto further pages for the rest of the year. So this is where I'm working on 211 next, so this is where that swatch palette will go. This keeps this accessible for Lindsay or myself if we need to go back and make any corrections or changes to files. We also offer a color change upgrade in one of our listings, so we do have some customers that will, for instance, order a certain type of label and have the colors, pay the extra $1 to have the colors changed to match the kit that they're purchasing. So that is why that is there. I end up putting mine in this swatch library here. Lindsay prefers to just drag her swatches to each of her files and use the eyedropper tool. So it's just all about what you are comfortable with. So these here are the kits that I've done for 2023. And she just keeps hers in this file and grabs them if and when needed. So anyway, that's kind of just the basics of what is happening there. So every kit that we do what's called a scratch file, and we drop our bits and pieces. So I actually had, I just pull my old one in and delete everything and rename it. So the last kit I did was this wonderful, that's loaded with sarcasm, wonderful St. Patrick's Day kit. So I just opened this file, deleted all of these pieces, and then changed these colors to black and white. And then these SKUs are here, these numbers here are for our journaling sheets. So we can change colors of our watercolor papers and plug those into our journaling sheet. So that just tells us which file number we're using for those. So they just get replaced with an X at the beginning. So anyway, I'm just going to pull in, I generally like kind of just look at these little thumbnails and try to find something that has almost all of the colors. So I might start with this one, and I just drag it into Illustrator, and then I use my eyedropper tool. I'm going to zoom in here because I'm old and blind. And then, oops, go away. So I can click one of these squares and use my eyedropper tool to just select the bits of color, and it will turn that square that particular shade so that I can turn that into my colors. So we ideally want a 5-color swatch. That's just kind of how our files are set up. So I can't tell, it looks like this might be a little darker, so let's go ahead and pull this one in. And there's no exact science to this, it is definitely just trial and error. This paper, these patterns have very crisp colors and very crisp lines. Some like more watercolor style, you have to be a little more creative with choosing the colors. I may be stuck with a 4 colored palette. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I'm not seeing any more colors other than 4 of them, which is kind of a bummer. That makes my life a little bit harder when it comes to doing kits. Totally doable, but just have to be a little more creative on like the label sheets and that. I'm just flipping through, making sure I'm not missing any other colors, and I am not. And these colors are so close that they're pretty much going to print the same. I'm trying to see that. I'm looking at this right here. That is definitely the darker color. I'm trying to decide which of those two I will go with. That is the lighter color. That is the lighter color. That has both of them. I may be okay if I just darken this a tiny bit and give us a little bit more contrast. And maybe we'll lighten this one a tiny bit. Okay, we will go with that. So I'm going to just save this scratch file. Then I'm going to take these and drag them over to my swatch family and then drop them right on top of my black and white ones. So I just sent it to the back behind those so that I can delete those empty placeholders. So I generally pick the order of the colors that I want to be on my sheet. Generally, like a color like black I would put towards the back because I would want to use it as infrequently as possible. But since these browns are pretty similar, I'm going to try to keep those spread out a little bit. So anyway, all I need to do now is get this into this menu here. So I'm just going to click to create a new color group, and I'm going to name it 211, which is a kit that I'm working on. And then I'm going to scroll down. So it does not always place them in order. So I just click and drag and hold and move the colors to the order that I want them to be in. And then when I'm going through my sheets, it's really easy for me to just start here, go here, go here, go here, etc. So once I have that in this swatch family, it will always be in this file, but I also want it to be accessible in any other file that we pull in. So I keep it, let's see if it's over here. I keep it in my files and just put it down there. So let me get rid of that one. We don't need that one. So it's here, you know, no matter what file I open up, as long as this swatch family is open, it will be in every file that I open up. Okay, so that's that. So this is our swatch for this file. So I'm going to click this little library guy and I'm going to save this swatch. And it's already saved as 2023, so I just need to replace it. And then if I hop over here, there it is right there. So it will be open in any file I open on this computer. So the only caveat to this is if I go to work, I have to open this file up and save that swatch family like I did here on my work computer. So no big deal, but I sometimes switch back and forth, and then I go to open and file and start working on it, and I'm like, oh, I haven't done this at the shop yet, or oh, I haven't done this at home yet. But so that is essentially it, and how we pick the swatches for our kits. So when we got the second F mark, my main goal was to be able to obviously cut more. A lot of our kit files were still on the silhouettes just because I couldn't keep up with the F mark. When I had bought it, I had originally intended for Ashley to run it. She's just not a fan, and that's okay. It is kind of a finicky machine until you get the hang of it. So with that second F mark and finding other job security opportunities for Ashley, I wanted to get a lot of our kit files switched over to the F mark. And so the washi sheets were my first goal. We just cut so much of the full boxes, the washi, and the deco sheets, and the washi sheets were the last ones of those on the silhouettes. So I wanted to work on those. So what I did was took the Country Morning washi because we were running low on stock, and that gave me a good opportunity to print and test something in real life before changing over files going forward. So I'm saving that. We're going to print it, and I'll show you what the next steps are for us testing out FMark files. Okay, so this is the test file that we just created to get the washi onto the FMark. So the last job is in there running. So as soon as that is done, I'm going to queue it up and we're going to do a test cut on this. I don't even know. I don't think I've shown you guys. So this is the second FMark. So while that is finishing running, let me kind of show you. So this is my office. That is the older FMark that you guys have already seen. And then our printer and the new FMark. So it has been working very nicely for us. It's been a good investment. Very excited to have it. Like I said, it is taking me more time to cut and do that. I'm going to pull this out here because I was going to load up the file, but now I'm chatting. So anyway, that's, yeah, super glad to have it, and it's going to make things a lot easier. I actually am almost caught up on cutting. I have just a small stack here, and then the stack over there on the edge of the workbench, and then that stuff in the pink folder right next to it. So working out totally good. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this file queued up, and we will test cut it and see how it looks. Okay, so that was the test sheet that just came off. So this is like one of our tightest templates that we have. It's a pain in the butt to cut. I need to up the blade on that, but yeah, so it's the biggest pain in the butt, but this actually looks really good. So we sell more washi strips and sampler sheets than we do anything else. So getting this put on the FMark was kind of like a top priority for us. So basically it cuts and perforates the outside of the pages. This is really hard to do, you guys. I'm like reaching around the tripod. Forgive me for my not painted nails and the lack of good filming. Anyway, so this will be cut down in the center. That looks really tight to me for a cut line, so I'm gonna test cut getting the individual pages cut out, and then we may be finally good to go on getting this up on the FMark. Okay, so this is the cutter that we use to cut down all of our sheets. Let me grab. So I'm currently running these, lighting is really bad here at this time of day too, these Gen Plan days of the week. So these get cut into the individual sheets here on this cutter. This is a doll or dolly cutter. I'm not sure how you say it. It's a German cutting brand. I'm very happy with it. Jason really wants me to upgrade this and get something else, but I'm trying to find the right cutter that is small enough to fit on this little rolling table while still being super accurate, because a lot of our sheets, we really push the limits on what we can fit on a sheet, because that means lower prices for you with less expense for us. So I'm going to try to cut this down real quick and maybe hopefully not get too much in the frame. We'll see how this goes, but alright, so it just goes up against this guide here at the top. Where's my cut line? There it is. Let's see how that looks. It is super tight, and I have these pages set to be exactly what this cutter can handle. So we just look at that. That's the page cut. See, like this one. I'm going to move you guys so I can show you without that lighting there. So this one is like pretty close to the edge there. That one I did a little bit better on. So anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at. So I'm going to do a couple more test runs. I went ahead and printed this Country Morning, it's kit 212, because I knew we were going to need these pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a larger run on these and see how they actually turn out and how they cut, and then maybe these will be ready to go into production. o'clock now. I kind of like got distracted. Kim and I started working on a project. She was waiting on new release photos from Ashley to do the new releases today. We kind of dropped the ball on that one. We're a little late on getting new releases up today. So her and I worked on a separate project that is a surprise that will be coming in March. So I got distracted with that. Now I'm cutting new releases on both of the machines. When we do a non-kit new release, we print and cut a very small number just to see how it goes. So those are running really quickly. So I've been running back and forth between the machines most of the afternoon and haven't had a ton of time to sit down. But I am going to show you a little more kit designing and show you our journaling sheet process, a little bit of it. I did all of the prep work already in between running back and forth on the machines. I am very proud of our journaling sheets. I love the watercolor look that we have for them, so I didn't really want to give too many details on exactly how we do those, but I am going to lay out the sheet with you, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. After that, I am going to head home. I have some iPad work to do for this surprise project, so tons of doodling to do this afternoon and evening so that we can keep the ball rolling on that and get it released on time for you guys. So thank you so much for coming along. I will send you back over to the computer to watch the journaling sheet, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.